Welcome, dear souls, to a journey deep into the heart of an ancient and mystical concept, the mirror principle. This principle, woven through the tapestry of countless spiritual traditions, offers profound insights into the nature of reality, the self, and the interconnectedness of all things. It whispers to us of reflections, of the world as a sacred mirror, and of the profound truths that lie hidden within our own hearts. Imagine for a moment, standing before a mirror. What do you see? The image staring back at you is but a reflection, a precise and unerring duplicate of yourself. Yet, this reflection is not merely a superficial likeness. It is a symbol, a metaphor, a profound teaching tool that the universe employs to guide us on our spiritual journey. The mirror principle teaches us that the external world, with all its beauty and chaos, joy and sorrow, is a reflection of our inner world. The events, people, and circumstances we encounter are not random, they are meticulously crafted mirrors, reflecting back to us the state of our own consciousness. Every joy, every challenge, every encounter holds a message, a lesson, a clue to the mysteries within our own souls. In the realm of the mystic, this principle is not just a philosophical idea but a lived reality. Consider the ancient Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, as within, so without. This timeless wisdom encapsulates the essence of the mirror principle. It tells us that the macrocosm and the microcosm are reflections of each other, that the universe itself is a grand mirror reflecting the divine. When we embrace the mirror principle, we begin to see the world through new eyes. Every relationship becomes a sacred encounter, a dance of souls reflecting each other's light and shadow. The person who frustrates us, the lover who cherishes us, the stranger who smiles at us, all are mirrors, showing us facets of our own being. In their actions and reactions, we can discern our own unresolved issues, our hidden strengths, our deepest desires. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Think about a recent conflict or a moment of intense emotion. What was the universe reflecting back to you? Perhaps it was a call to acknowledge a part of yourself that you have been ignoring, a shadow aspect yearning for the light of awareness. Or maybe it was a reminder of your own power and resilience, mirrored in the challenges you face. In the sacred texts of many spiritual traditions, we find echoes of the mirror principle. The Bible speaks of seeing through a glass, darkly, suggesting that our perception of reality is often clouded, yet it also hints at the possibility of clearer vision, of seeing face to face. In the teachings of the Buddha, we learn of the importance of mindfulness and self-awareness, of looking deeply into the nature of our own mind to understand the nature of reality. The mystics of Sufism tell us of the polished mirror of the heart, which reflects the divine when cleansed of ego and illusion. They speak of the beloved as both a mirror and a reflection, showing us our own divinity and our own shortcomings. In the teachings of the Tao, we find the idea that the world is a mirror, reflecting the harmonious flow of the Tao when we are in alignment with it. But the mirror principle is not just about introspection and personal growth, it is also about compassion and connection. When we recognize that others are mirrors, reflecting our own inner states, we begin to cultivate a deeper empathy. We see that the pain and joy of others are intimately connected to our own. We understand that in healing ourselves, we contribute to the healing of the world. Imagine a world where everyone embraced the mirror principle. Conflicts would be seen not as battles to be won but as opportunities for self-discovery and mutual growth. Differences would be celebrated as diverse reflections of the one divine light. We would realize that in every face we encounter, we see the face of the divine, and in every heart, we find a reflection of our own. The journey of understanding and embodying the mirror principle is not always easy. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to see ourselves with clarity and compassion. It asks us to look beyond the surface, to delve deep into the depths of our own being, and to embrace all that we find there, the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow. Yet, as we undertake this journey, we are not alone. We are surrounded by fellow travelers, each with their own mirrors, each reflecting and illuminating different aspects of the shared human experience. Together, we can support and guide each other, creating a community of souls committed to the path of self-discovery and spiritual growth. In the quiet moments of reflection, when we gaze into the mirror of our own heart, we may catch glimpses of a deeper truth. We may see that the distinctions between self and other, inner and outer, are illusions. We may come to understand that we are all reflections of the one divine source, fragments of a greater whole, shimmering and dancing in the cosmic mirror. And so, dear souls, let us embrace the mirror principle with open hearts and open minds. Let us see the world not as a random collection of events and circumstances but as a sacred mirror, reflecting our own inner states and guiding us on our spiritual journey. Let us look into the eyes of others and see ourselves, and in doing so, let us cultivate compassion, understanding, and unity. May the reflections we encounter be our teachers, our guides, and our inspirations. May we learn to polish the mirror of our own heart, so that we may reflect the divine light with clarity and grace. And may we come to see, with ever-deepening awareness, the profound truth that the universe itself is a mirror, reflecting the infinite beauty and wisdom of the divine. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the mirror principle. May your path be illuminated with the light of self-discovery, and may you find, in every reflection, a step closer to the divine. As we continue to explore this profound concept, let us delve deeper into the various dimensions of the mirror principle and how it manifests in our lives. Consider the realm of relationships. Our interactions with others are perhaps the most immediate and powerful mirrors we encounter. In the eyes of our friends, family, and even strangers, we see reflections of our own attitudes, beliefs, and emotions. When someone irritates or angers us, it is often because they are reflecting back to us a part of ourselves that we have not fully accepted. Conversely, when we feel drawn to someone or inspired by them, it is because they mirror qualities that we admire or aspire to cultivate within ourselves. This understanding invites us to approach our relationships with greater mindfulness and curiosity. Instead of reacting defensively or judgmentally, we can ask ourselves, what is this person reflecting back to me? What can I learn about myself from this interaction? This shift in perspective transforms our relationships into opportunities for growth and healing. The mirror principle also extends to our experiences and environments. The situations we find ourselves in and the places we inhabit are not random but are reflective of our inner state. If we are surrounded by chaos and disorder, it may be a sign that our mind and emotions are similarly disordered. By bringing harmony and clarity to our inner world, we naturally create a more harmonious and orderly outer world. One way to work with this principle is through the practice of mindfulness. By cultivating present moment awareness, we become more attuned to the reflections around us. We notice the subtle ways in which our inner state influences our outer experience and vice versa. This heightened awareness allows us to make conscious choices that align our outer reality with our inner truth. Another powerful practice is journaling. By regularly reflecting on our experiences and interactions, we can uncover patterns and insights that reveal the deeper workings of the mirror principle in our lives. Writing about our thoughts and feelings helps us to see them more clearly, making it easier to recognize the reflections they create in the world around us. In addition to mindfulness and journaling, meditation can also be a valuable tool for exploring the mirror principle. In meditation, we create a space of stillness and silence where we can observe the reflections of our mind without attachment or judgment. This practice helps us to see through the illusions of the ego and connect with the deeper truth of our being. As we deepen our understanding of the mirror principle, we begin to see that it is not just about individual growth but also about collective evolution. The reflections we see in the world around us are not just personal but also collective. The state of the world reflects the state of humanity's collective consciousness. By healing ourselves, we contribute to the healing of the world. This collective aspect of the mirror principle is particularly evident in times of crisis and upheaval. When we see conflict, suffering, and injustice in the world, it is a reflection of the unresolved issues within the collective psyche of humanity. It calls us to look within and address these issues within ourselves, knowing that as we heal, we contribute to the healing of the whole. In this way, the mirror principle calls us to a path of service and compassion. It reminds us that our inner work is not just for our own benefit but for the benefit of all beings. As we become clearer and more harmonious within ourselves, we create a ripple effect that spreads out into the world, touching the lives of others and contributing to the creation of a more just and peaceful world. The mirror principle also has profound implications for our understanding of reality itself. It suggests that the external world is not separate from us but is a reflection of our own consciousness. This perspective invites us to explore the nature of reality from a more holistic and interconnected viewpoint. In the realm of quantum physics, we find parallels to the mirror principle. The observer effect, for example, suggests that the act of observation influences the behavior of particles. This phenomenon hints at the interconnectedness of the observer and the observed, echoing the spiritual insight that our inner state shapes our outer reality. The mirror principle also aligns with the teachings of non-duality found in many spiritual traditions. Non-duality teaches that the apparent separation between self and other, subject and object, is an illusion. In reality, all is one, and the distinctions we perceive are reflections of our own divided consciousness. By transcending these illusions, we come to experience the oneness of all things. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that we are not separate from the world around us but are an integral part of it. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions have a profound impact on the whole. By aligning ourselves with the highest truth within us, we contribute to the unfolding of that truth in the world. As we come to the end of this exploration, let us take a moment to reflect on what we have discovered. The mirror principle invites us to see the world as a sacred mirror, reflecting our own inner states and guiding us on our spiritual journey. It calls us to approach our relationships, experiences, and reality itself with greater mindfulness, curiosity, and compassion. It reminds us that our inner work is not just for our own benefit but for the benefit of all beings. May we carry these insights with us as we continue on our path, allowing the reflections we encounter to be our teachers and guides. May we see ourselves and the world with ever-deepening clarity and compassion. And may we come to know, in the depths of our being, the profound truth that we are all reflections of the one divine source, shimmering and dancing in the cosmic mirror. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the mirror principle. May your path be illuminated with the light of self-discovery, and may you find, in every reflection, a step closer to the divine.